My hair looks like a hot ass mess, but we still finna manifest. Hey! I'm still getting over my sickness, y'all, so please be patient with me with this video. But I want to help y'all today to manifest quicker and manifest faster by using your emotions. Okay? Now, this is a game changer for me because I feel like a lot of times when we get older, as adults especially, we forget about our feelings. Okay, let's keep it real. And we forget about imagination. And these are the two things as humans we have the ability to use to our advantage, baby. So, if you struggle with using your imagination, I want you to think about something that you really, really desire right now in this moment. It could be food, it could be a nice sunny day in your city because today it might be cloudy. It could be somebody you haven't seen in a while you want to hang out with. Just think for a minute. Now, I want you to hold on to that feeling and I want you to remember the last time that you allowed yourself to feel like that besides this moment that I just asked you. So that is what I mean by creating your own feelings. Is being able to feel what it is like to have something before it even manifests. I've been saying for years on this channel that I'm a full-time YouTuber. I always say I'm a celebrity girl. I always say that I receive the best of the best, and then the best of the best actually happens. But because I have been able to practice subconsciously training myself for so many years, now I'm able to live in that reality every single day. So, what happens if you are somebody that's starting off with this and you don't know how this works? One of the first things you have to do is learn what your limiting beliefs are. A lot of times we're told in childhood, in our churches, if you're religious or through religion or however you grew up, right? We are placed with these paradigms from society and from people with good meaning intentions, some of them, that you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't have that, right? Or you have to have certain qualifications to get that. But yet we see people who don't have those qualifications who are still getting those things. So it just goes to question, is that actually true? And if it isn't true, how can we do that for ourselves? So your ability to create is based off of what you believe you truly are deserving and worthy of. Scratch my nose. So for me, I felt like, man, I don't know if I could actually do the things that I'm saying that I can do until I started to try them. And once I started trying them, baby, I failed. I had some moments, but I picked myself up and I kept going. So I want you to start thinking in your everyday life, how can I start living as the person that I already believe that I am truly deep down? And do not let yourself limit yourself with this. I don't want you to have no limitations with this challenge, okay? I want you to do this for the month of April, all right? And write it down in the comments if you feel like, you know, what you're imagining is actually working in your life. Because everything that we ever wanted in life always started with a vision, right? It always started with some type of feeling, right? Before you graduated school, you knew that I couldn't wait to graduate high school, right? Before you went off to college, before you got that job, before you lived in the place you're living in, you always had a vision of, I know this is going to happen, right? So think of like somebody that you really want to see this year, like maybe in concert or somewhere you want to visit. I want you to really feel what it would feel like to sit on that beach, okay? To see that artist, to hear the crowd, to feel your excitement, all before these events happen, because they will happen. So, another thing that we do that kind of stops us from this process is we obsess a lot. We obsess over what we can't control. And so, when we do this, we become very of a repelling energy. It's very disgusting almost to have somebody be like super obsessed with you, right? Texting you back to back, always checking to see where you are, not letting you breathe. That's the type of energy that we give. So I made a video about obsessiveness and manifestation towards relationships and other things like that. I'm gonna put it up in the card so you can watch it after this one if you're interested. But when we obsess so much, it, it's quite gross and it creates this sticky situation where it's like you're not living from a positive place of, hey, I got this in the bag and I know that this will happen for me, right? Self-doubt is a normal thing. We all have that. But when you become to the place of where it's unbearable and you're like, I have to have this or else I won't be able to live, that's where it becomes an issue. If you don't know how to use your feelings, or you are so tapped out of your feelings, ask yourself these questions of, how did I lose this? I remember as a kid, I was so confident in myself. And as I got older, we get into middle school, high school, I didn't realize until I was about 23 that a lot of the things that people made fun of me for or was putting me down for, I shut down my personality. And I said it in a couple videos back where if I go back and watch some of those videos from a couple years ago on this channel, I will see how I was acting in a way that was not me at all, talking in ways that wasn't me, a personality that wasn't me, because I felt like I had to fix to what people in my life wanted me to be. Even if it was a completely false illusion that I created in my own head, I didn't know any better. So I started creating these alter egos in the sense that were not mine. So I want you to really start thinking to yourself, who is really you for real? Not who you grew up with, not how you felt like you had to adjust yourself to be, because these are all the reasons how we end up manifesting things that we don't want, right? We get partners that we don't want. We end up in jobs that we don't want. We end up dating people we don't want to date. We end up doing things that we don't want to do because we have been tricked into playing a reality that we're really not. So I have another video too about how I was able to get my manifestations to work, and I'll put that at the end screen as well, because I had a hard time getting my manifestations to work because I was not feeling who I was truly meant to be. Authenticity, being your vulnerable self, not allowing other people to tell you who you are, and then also learning that your Delulu is your true Lulu. I can never say that right. But it's true, man. You have to be so confident in yourself that you're willing to look stupid. You're willing to be embarrassed. Because who's going to live this life for you? It ain't going to be your parents. It ain't going to be your friends. It's not going to be society. So you might as well start picking and choosing who it is you really want to be at the end of the day. All right? And always remember that you have the power in your own hands. You know how to feel. And even if you don't know how to feel, start being vulnerable and honest with yourself. Start even journaling with yourself. This don't mean you got to talk to somebody about it. You can literally go outside and journal and keep it in your own secret spot of the deepest feelings that you feel. All the anger, all the rage, everything. The happiness, the bliss, because that is going to help you to create to the highest version of what you feel you deserve. Because a lot of the times when we don't go to the under root of what we're really feeling, we don't end up being so really honest with ourselves. We don't end up being honest with ourselves because we feel like people are going to judge us. People are going to be mean to us. But sometimes you have to go through those feelings in order to actually figure out, what do you want? If I didn't go through some of the experiences that I went through, people making fun of me, people calling me names, people putting me down, I would not have the power to understand and figure out who I really am so I can create what the hell I really want. The feeling is the secret, right? We talk about that with Neville Goddard. The feeling is the secret. And the only way to feel is to give yourself the ability to do so that you can have the best life that you want to have. So I hope you enjoyed this video today. I hope it helped you, impacted you in some type of way. And click one of the videos that come at the end screen if you want to watch more. And subscribe also if you're new, because I would love to continue to hear from new people who come on the channel. And drop a comment if you really enjoyed this video and tell me something that you learned from it or something that you're going through currently. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.